Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sunita. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you, ma'am?
I'm perfectly all right. Hale and hearty couldn't be any better. Actually, I thought that it's some other Sunita. I wasn't expecting
Okay.
you. Okay.
So, is it a pleasant surprise
Yeah,
or
yeah,
the other
sure.
way around?
Yeah, yeah. It surely is a pleasant surprise. Okay, so tell me, how is this morning treating you so far?
I've been waiting for this session, so yes, feeling so good about this morning. And I've completed my morning household chores, so I'm completely available for creating videos now. So, after this session, I'm going to create some videos for my YouTube channel. So, I have a planned day.
Okay, so your day is
Mhm.
completely packed with activities, a lot of things on your plate at
Yes.
the moment, right? Okay.
Yes.
I think you had booked another session with me a few days ago, but you didn't turn up for the session. Yeah?
Right. Actually, that time I believe I booked that session for 10 o'clock, but I thought it was at 10:30.
Oh,
And by the time I realized the session was already over.
okay. You didn't check your phone even because you get a reminder.
No. I was
Oh,
busy actually, and I was waiting for the clock to strike 10:30, and then I
mhm.
thought I would take the session, but before that the session already ended.
Oh, I can see you wearing a sweater. You are literally
Right.
in paradise at this time of the year.
Yes,
Right?
it's still chilly here.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. So let's get started then. What topic do we have for this session? It's TV shows and movies. Okay. So is this something that excites you?
Yes, we can talk about it, although I'm not much of a TV person.
So we know that entertainment has evolved significantly over the last few years. Now we have streaming platforms, we have YouTube. Those who do not have access to all these OTT platforms, for them YouTube is a great source of entertainment, and there are movies and whatnot, right? So I would like to ask you, would you call yourself a movie buff?
I wouldn't call myself a movie buff, but sometimes I do enjoy watching movies when I have nothing else to do. Like these days, I'm completely packed with a lot of stuff, classes, and then YouTube and everything, household chores. So I cannot really enjoy watching something for a long time, like long episodes. That's not my cup of tea at the moment. And I
Mhm.
simply can't do it actually because once I sit for watching something, maybe a movie, and movies are going to be there. Movies are sometimes 1 hour long or more than that. So I cannot even imagine sitting for one whole hour and doing nothing. So there is always some work calling me. So that is the
Okay.
thing. I don't enjoy watching movies, even if I want to.
Mhm. Okay, that's about movies, right? What about TV shows? There are shows that are there for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, right? Or short videos. Now, we even have short videos, right? So, do you see it as a source of entertainment?
Again, TV is something I'm not related with anymore because earlier, back in the time, we used to watch TV because there were no phones or we didn't have phones actually. So TV was the only option for us. So we really enjoyed that, and we would wait for episodes of Shaktiman and TV shows like
Oh,
that, kids related TV shows, Junior G, Son Pari, and
oh,
all of
lovely.
that. Yes, and there was this one horror TV show that was called Aap Beeti. So it would telecast on TV around, I guess, 11:30 or something, 11:30. So we would wait for that as well. And I
Okay.
think that it used to come on Saturdays only. So
Hmm.
Sunday was our holiday. It's always a holiday. So that was something we never missed.
Hmm.
And now, again, sitting at one place and watching something feels like a waste of time.
Hmm.
So what I prefer, maybe while doing some household chores, I prefer to turn on a video and keep listening in a passive way, right?
Hmm.
So what I do while doing my household chores, maybe doing the dishes or while rolling the dough, I simply turn on a video, YouTube videos usually. And earlier, when I started my English learning journey, I used to watch English videos only. And I would hardly get something out of it. I would hardly understand it because when we listen to something passively, so very little percentage of it we understand, and rest
Hmm.
of the content just bounce over your head. These days, I enjoy watching Hindi how what should I say, videos, Hindi videos. It could be
Right.
related to anything, something relatable actually. Like this morning while doing the dishes, I was watching a video where they were talking about women health. So I could understand at least 95% of it, even while
Hmm.
being busy in something else, right? So this
Okay.
is the thing with me these days. Earlier, I would deliberately watch something in English so that I could learn something, but I could understand only a little percentage of it.
Okay. So you're not into fiction, right? You are something like you like realistic things, something that you can connect with, resonate with, right? Something
Yes,
that you
exactly.
find is informational. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That,
Informational or something beneficial for me, or I just wait for something to strike a chord with. Right.
hmm,
So, such kind of
right.
videos I really love watching. And I'm into crime related shows as well, where they
Oh,
narrate true stories, true events. So, that
okay.
also keeps me on the edge of my seat all the time, or, I stay attentive
Hmm.
while listening to such shows. So,
So you
that
don't
is
watch it,
something
you listen to these
I
kind of
listen
shows.
to. Yes, yes, I listen to them.
But don't you think that listening is not as powerful as watching? Because when we watch, it altogether takes us or transports us into a different world, right? And the excitement is more. What do you think?
That is true, but again, at the same time, you need a calm mind while watching these shows or everything. That's how you can connect with these shows. But if you're already busy, then
Yeah,
I believe that watching is something nobody can prefer. If they are busy, they are always on the go. So listening is again an option there. So at least you are listening to it. That would be more than enough. At least you're getting time for that. So
that's true.
this, like, if you look at my YouTube algorithm or the kind of feed I get on my YouTube, mostly you'll see crime-related videos.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. What about your kids? Do you allow them to watch television or do they insist, okay, please turn on the TV. We want to watch our favorite shows?
All the time. They do that
Oh.
all the time. But I have limited screen time for them, so I don't allow them over that time. So
Mhm.
maybe 1.5 hour or 2 hours at most, not more than that.
And what do they prefer to watch? Cartoon shows or something else?
Yes, I have two kids and both are boys, and they both have different preferences. Like they are poles apart in terms
Mhm.
of their preferences related to TV shows. So my younger one is mostly into kids related shows where kids actually do their role, right? Like
Okay.
Vlad and Nikki or Roma and Diana, shows like that. But my
Mhm.
elder one, he's into bigger things like content made for maybe teenager or something
Okay.
science experiment or something like
Mm,
something intellectual or creative. He's into those things, and my
oh.
younger one doesn't enjoy that. So there is
Mhm.
always a clash between these two.
Okay. So do you think he has taken after you and he can be a future content creator? As you just mentioned, he is more into creativity part. Yeah.
Right, right. He's into creativity. I don't know. I have not visualized the future for them,
Mhm.
but whatever they would be interested in, they can definitely go for that. And
Mm.
these interests actually change over time, right?
Hmm.
So we cannot really say anything.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
When I was, back in my childhood, I would watch these shows KBC, and it's still there, right? These would add some, it would broaden our horizons and help us to understand and learn new things.
Mhm.
And there were
Right.
many other shows, quizzes, there used to be quizzes on television, and we would guess the answer. Such kind of shows
Mhm.
were very good for kids. Very good. But
Right,
nowadays,
right.
we don't see such kind of kids. So, as a parent, do you watch your kids? Like, do you keep a constant check on your kids? What are they watching? Does
Exactly.
it scare you?
When they are watching on TV, then I do not keep a check because we put on YouTube Kids only on TV.
Okay.
So we are completely assured that they are watching something that is
Hmm.
meant for them. But when they are on phones, I definitely keep a check on them, what they are watching. And sometimes while I'm having my sessions with my students, my younger
Hmm.
one comes to me, many a times he comes to me and asks for YouTube because
Okay.
he knows that now I do not have any other option. My mom is not going to argue with me at this particular point, so he asks for YouTube then. So
Hmm.
I do that sometimes, but again I'm always worried what he must be doing with my phone or what he must be watching. So
Hmm.
that stress is always there in my mind.
Hmm. Yes, because nowadays this is giving, it's just like a nightmare for many parents. They're
Mhm.
constantly worried about what their kids are exposed to, because
Right.
when we see the kind of bombardment and the content that is there, right? It, you would have to be double sure what your kids are watching. Yeah.
Right.
The other day, I was watching a video wherein a mother said that my 3-year-old or 2-year-old kid has learned English because the kid was quite fluent in this language.
Mhm.
When this question was asked, many users or many viewers of her channel, they asked her this question, that how is your 2-year-old or 3-year-old kid so fluent in this language? She said that the kid watches English cartoons, right? So
Mhm.
do you believe that kids or adults can watch things or can learn things through watching, or
Mhm.
it can be movies, shows? So what do you think?
I believe, yes, we can learn a language by watching, by listening to that kind of content. That is definitely there because whatever we watch or whatever we listen to or whatever we indulge ourselves into, we become that. So
Hmm.
that is definitely true. In case of kids as well, whenever they watch any kind of show on TV, they stay so attentive, like they do not even blink at even once.
Hmm.
So that is the thing with them. So they watch these shows so attentively that they end up grabbing a lot of learnings from these
Yeah,
shows. So that's
that's
how they
true.
learn the language. Plus, they use it as well in real life. So I
That's true.
believe this is one of the easy ways to learn a language, and that's how we tell adults as well to watch something in English, listen to English content, because
Yeah,
it's an easy way.
that's true. What is the reaction of your kids to your videos? Do they ever watch it? Do they ever comment on it?
No, no, they don't watch my videos, never comment as well because they are quite young right now. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I show them my short videos, reels. So they
Okay.
feel really happy about it. And when I tell my elder one, because younger one doesn't understand anything, but when I tell my elder one that I've gained this many subscribers, so he feels so happy about it.
Hmm. So, yes, they're too young to understand it, but once they grow up, I'm sure that they would be proud of your work and the impact
Mhm.
that you're creating. Okay, that's great.
Right.
Okay, so I would like to ask you one thing. When was the last time you went to a theater to watch a movie? I think it has been AIDS.
Yes, I don't even remember, but I think the last movie I watched was Ram Leela, and that time I was in my graduation. So I watched
Okay,
that movie with one of my college friends.
okay, okay. Since then, you have never been to a theater with your family, even with
No,
your kids.
no.
Okay.
And I don't even prefer that anymore because
Mm-hmm.
OTT platforms are always there at our disposal. So we can watch movies or any shows at any time, right? So we really don't have to go to theaters. Plus, these days with kids, it's really a task handling them in
Yeah,
such environment.
yeah,
So
that's
better
true.
better stay at home.
Yeah, that's true. It really gives them a hard time to manage kids there in the theater. I've seen kids crying, getting irritated, sitting for long 2, 3, 4 hours in a
Hmm.
row. It's quite difficult for kids.
Right.
Okay. Lately, there has been like after pandemic, not many people go to theaters, right? As you said,
Hmm.
with the advent of OTT platforms, people prefer to stay at home and watch things within the comfort of their home, right? But don't you think that some movies are made for big theaters?
Yes, movies are made for big theaters. All the movies are meant for big theaters only.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some people who enjoy this experience watching movies in theaters, but some percentage of people are also there who feel comfortable sitting at home and watching movies at home, right? And for some people, there is no option at all, right? So it
That's true.
depends what kind of experience you enjoy.
Yeah,
But
that's
yes, watching movies in theaters gives you different kind of experience, right? I
true.
remember like when I watched Ram Leela, so that was altogether a different kind of experience. Like we could actually feel them, that like we were feeling like it was actually happening in front of us, right?
Hmm.
So that kind of feeling was there. So
I
the
think it was
experience is always better.
Sanjay Bansali movie. I'm not sure about it, but it was
Hmm.
quite a hit back then, right?
Right,
Hmm.
right.
Okay, that's great. So, what type of movies do you like? Like, what is your favorite genre? If you ever decide to watch a movie, would it always be about crime, maybe a crime thriller, or would you like to try other genres as well?
I love experimenting with things, but something that is relatable. Or I do not like because they add a lot of unnecessary. I'm not going to post this, so I can say that.
Okay, I thought maybe many of your viewers maybe, they may
uh
take it with offense, right?
Right, right. So, I mean, they add a lot of drama effects, or these movies seem so unrealistic. So, a bit of
Mhm.
Hollywood kind of movies. Hollywood movies have good effects, even if they add something, or a lot of real touch to it. So, that kind of movies I like.
So, do you think that this industry is dominated by males? Because we have very few female lead movies where it's driven by a female character and she comes across as someone, who is a superwoman kind of uh, character. So, do you think so?
It's not true anymore, I believe, because there are many movies that are led by females, heroines
Yeah.
only, right? And they were also blockbuster. Like there was a movie called, if I'm not wrong, English Winglish. There was a
Yeah.
movie, right? English Winglish, something like that. That was led by Sri Devi. So that was
Mm,
also a blockbuster movie. And
correct.
then there are other movies as well. I just know a little bit of these movies, or I must have watched trailers only, not the full movies. Then Mary
Mhm.
Com was there. There are many biopics as well. So
Mm,
every movie that is up on internet or in movie theaters these days, I believe that people do watch and do
mm,
give their feedback or reviews regarding those videos. But depends on the lead actress. If any movie is a woman-led movie, so there should be a strong character or someone with strong acting skills.
mhm.
Then that movie can be a hit in the theaters.
Lately, I watched this movie Mardani, in which Rani Mukherjee played role of a police officer. Right, she rescued many girls from some kind of mafia or something. So that was a very good movie. Similarly,
Mhm.
there was this movie Assi, where I think Tapsi Pannu, she played a role of a lawyer. So as you
Mhm.
said that yes, gone are the days when males used to dominate this industry, but now even
Mhm.
female actors are coming. They are taking lead positions in any movies, right?
Mhm. And males must be feeling inferiority complex these days.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, many actresses have raised their voice against pay disparity in this industry. Male leads or male actors are getting paid more, whereas female actors are getting paid less. So that has also come to light many
Right,
times from this
right.
industry. Right?
Hmm.
So, Sunita, do you think that movies influence people in good ways or bad ways? You can give me examples.
Yes, movies do influence people. Yes, in both good ways and bad ways, because it depends on you what kind of learnings you are taking away from the movies. If I'm watching with a lot of positivity and with the intent to learn something, I would definitely take something positive from the movie. But there are some creepy people as well, and they get some ideas from the movies to do
Hmm.
such creepy things in the real world. So that's their takeaway from the movies, right? So it depends on you what kind of character you are in your real life, right? So because every day we consume a lot of content, and only a little bit of it you take away with you, and
Hmm.
that definitely influences your life decisions and the way you live your life. So again, depends on you if you're taking something negative as well. But once you realize you need to mend your ways or you need to get back to the track, right? So
That's
it influences. Like these
yeah.
days, I'm watching crime related shows. So it is like doom scrolling, and it affects our mind, right? And when I'm alone at home, so I always stay attentive. I always have these thoughts in my mind that anybody could break into my house or do something to me, right? So these kind
Hmm.
of thoughts are always there in my mind, and that is because of the kind of content I consume, right?
Hmm.
When we consume spiritual content, we feel a lot of positivity in our lives, and that's the
That,
reason people often do that,
hmm.
and that too intentionally, right? Because they
That's
need some positivity in their lives. So that's
that's
how
true.
it influences us. Hmm.
I completely agree with your point. Couldn't agree more on this. A few years ago, I think 3, 4 years back, a heinous crime took place in the heart of Delhi, and the modus operandi for that crime was quite different from rest of the cases, right? And when the criminal was asked, "How did you? Where did you get this idea from?" Because it took police a lot of time to crack that case, right? So he said that I got this idea from one of the English web series.
Okay.
In how we can create on the minds of people how to commit a
Mm.
crime
Right, right.
and how to
Mm.
get away with it without getting caught. That is also
Yes.
something.
Hmm. Right, right. That is so true, and something that makes sense as well. Because when we talk about Hollywood movies, first of all, they seem so realistic. And if somebody would learn these things from Hollywood movies, they would definitely be able to achieve the success in this particular kind of thing, I believe.
So I want to have a key takeaway for you from this session. Let's take two idioms. Very easy. Okay. So the first, I'm sure that I think you already know them, but just to revisit them. Okay. Burn bridges with someone. Sunita, what does it mean?
Burn bridges means to ruin the relationship with someone.
Mm-hmm. So how will we use it in any context according to you?
For example, an employee talked back to his boss, and that's when he burned the bridges with his manager.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And the second one is the opposite of this. That is build bridges, right?
Hmm.
For example, strong communication skills help you to build bridges with team, with your colleagues, right? So these
Right,
are
right.
opposite. Burn bridges and build
Yes.
bridges with people. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So throughout the session, Sunita, as always, you demonstrated great, I would say, confidence, right?
Um,
Okay. And that's a very natural way of you sharing things, putting forward your point of view. So kudos to you, right, for that. But yes, there is never an end when it comes to refining, okay, refining
That's right.
something. So that is still that's for all of us, right? So better
Hmm.
vocabulary, and you made use of good expressions. I could see that. I have even noticed it at many points. You use many
Hmm.
good expressions. So I would like to appreciate you for that, right?
Thank
So keep
you.
doing the good work, Sunita. Okay.
But today I was feeling a little heavy from within. Like, I don't know. That heaviness came automatically, and I was not able to convey my thoughts that smoothly.
It is
Did
with
you
all of
notice that?
Yeah, yeah. Same with me as well. We are sailing in the
Uh-huh.
same boat since morning, since
Uh-huh.
yesterday, because my mom was a little unwell. So that's why I have not been feeling well since yesterday. But being teachers, being mentors, we still have to show up with the same
Right,
zeal
right,
and
exactly.
enthusiasm. You don't have to
Hmm.
let it be there on your face, right? Okay.
Right, right.
Fine. So
But
have a
still,
great day ahead. Bye bye. Take care.
right,
Thank
take
you.
care.